Hey guys, so non-spoiler review is that I really enjoyed the movie. It wasn't perfect. There's a lot of good action and comedy, but it's kind of cliche at times. I'd recommend it though. It's a fun adventure, especially if you're a big fan of the Disney parks and stuff. Yeah, I'd give it a maybe a I don't know, 7 out of 10, 6.5, 7, something like that. I'll go with a generous 7. Now on to the spoilery version of the review. So, I saw the newest Disney film this weekend and really wanted to review it. It's an exciting film about an adventurous young woman who has hanging around her neck a magical artifact which she stole, and which is also linked to a terrible curse. The cursed victims, seafaring villains who have been transformed into hideous undead creatures, are after the artifact. So this woman and another young man go on an adventure guided by a former member of the cursed crew to go to a secret location nobody can find and end the curse. I am, of course, referring to the new film Jungle Cruise of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Arrowhead. All joking aside, you have to admit the similarities between this movie and the original Pirates of the Caribbean movies are pretty impossible to deny. I suppose it makes sense since they are both based on popular theme park water attractions and they wanted it to be successful, so they followed a formula that had already proven to be very successful. Was it successful? Well, as a huge fan of the Disney theme parks, I have been extremely excited about this movie since it was announced. And I must say, I was a tad disappointed. Not because it's a rewrite of Pirates of the Caribbean, that doesn't bother me. There's nothing new under the sun. Every story is a variation of something, and it's different enough that you can't just call it the same movie. I just found the similarities interesting. No, I don't know if I just had it built up too much in my mind, but there was something about the story that just didn't click for me. I will say I loved the first half. I had famished glee when we opened with the society and chuckled out loud at the skipper's jokes. I think it was the point where we found out that Frank, the skipper, is one of the cursed crew that, I don't know, it just didn't seem to fit the character or the ride and it felt a little shoehorned in. I don't hate the idea. I actually watched it a second time and noticed all the little clues and hints they left before the reveal. And actually, I liked the whole movie better the second time. I think I just have an aversion to certain characters turning out to be more than they appear. I guess I like the underdog idea of normal people overcoming abnormal things. That's why I don't particularly like The Timeless Child in Doctor Who, or what they did in The Mummy Returns. Funny thing is, though, as I'm talking about Jungle Cruise and thinking about the clues in the plot, I'm actually liking the idea in this movie a lot better. Other than that, the action was great. I loved the stunts, and the comedic timing was always spot on. The whole cast did great, from Emily Blunt and Dwayne Johnson were brilliant, and Jack Whitehall was brilliant as the comedic relief character, playing it both funny but still with heart and soul and realistically. Paul Giamatti was great too, even though he was in it so little. His character was just, I don't know, just he played it really well. And I have to say, as inspired as they obviously were by Davy Jones' crew, I really liked how imaginative they got with the conquistadors. I especially. Wait, conquistadors? Conquistadors? How do you say that again? I especially appreciated how fun the guy with the honeybees was. I mean, that was just fascinating. Overall, I really enjoyed the movie, and I would definitely recommend it as a fun family action adventure film. I saw it in 3D the first time I saw it. Normally, I don't bother with 3D, but for some reason, it seemed to fit with a movie based on a theme park attraction. It's already a big action adventure spectacle. I figure, well, why not go the whole hog? At any rate, if you like 3D, though, this is a very good one for it. With some movies, it feels like they just made it and slapped the 3D on as an afterthought, but this was not one of those. If you're afraid of a heart attack, however, or if you get really motion sick, maybe don't go in 3D. There's lots of motions and things jumping out at you. I jumped several times in the theater. But yeah, overall, again, I think I'd give this movie a 6.5, no, 7 out of 10. I tend to wonder if this is the beginning and if it's supposed to tie into that Disney Plus thing they announced a while ago, where they apparently are doing some sort of like interconnected series of shows based around the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. I don't know about you, but I'm certainly up for a cinematic theme park universe. I hope we get more of these. I'd love to see another Haunted Mansion movie. A Phantom Manor movie would be amazing. Mystic Manor would be fun. Can you tell that my favorite attraction is the various iterations of the Haunted Mansion? I even have the board game back there, sitting on top of my Universal Monsters game. Haven't played it yet, but I need to get Bailey and Looney together, my cousin and friend together to play it one of these days when they're not too busy. Anyway, speaking of the Haunted Mansion, I'm really looking forward to the Muppets Haunted Mansion. It is, after all, two of my favorite things coming together, and I think the Muppets will fit perfectly within the art design of that ride. Anyway, so what do you guys think? Did you like the movie? Did you not like it? Do you want to see more films based on park attractions? And if so, what attractions would you like to see turned into films? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.